Yes, let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Major Nelson.
Larry, from I Dream
Hyrb.
of Jeannie?
No.
Oh.
Larry, Major Nelson Hyrb.
Okay.
From Xbox, from Microsoft, is hanging up his hat after 22 years.
Yeah, he's been Xbox the whole time, basically.
Yeah. The entire time. When I bought my first Xbox, he was on the promo videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's been, well, at least from the 360 days. I don't know about Xbox original days, because that was kind of like, I don't want to say early days of the internet, but it was like it was very different back then for internet and like this sort of thing, like Twitter didn't exist and all that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was kind of where he came from, was Twitter, right? That's not even true. That's not even true. I shouldn't say that. He didn't come from Twitter. I was listening to his podcast, the Xbox podcast, because it was leading up to the launch of the 360 is when I think he started it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a podcast then that I listened to at work. Get this. On my PSP via MP3. So I had my fucking PSP in my pocket listening to his podcast. And I would listen to all his Xbox. I don't even know what it was called, but it was his podcast.
Yeah.
And he'd just talk about gaming, Xbox stuff, whatever. And yeah, he's been around doing that for fucking long ass time.
Oh yeah. 22 years.
He was the first person I ever heard about Twitter from, actually. He was talking about how on one of his episodes, he signed up for Twitter. And he was going to do some, I don't even know if it was called tweeting back then. That was when Twitter was spelled TWTTR. So it was a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's why I signed up for Twitter, was because he had said, oh, there's this new thing where you can do messages, whatever. I never used Twitter. I just had an account. But yeah, he's been a big part of Xbox for a long time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember him. He would always bring you the latest updates just straight on the Xbox.
He still does. Well,
still does.
This Week in Xbox still involved him, but I guess he won't be doing that anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a long time. I'd listened to it like for hundreds of episodes. I listened to a show. I'm not sure why I stopped listening, but yeah, he's an interesting dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And his name was from I Dream of Jeannie.
Was it?
Or Bewitched, one of the two. That's the guy's name, was Major Nelson.
Yeah, it's I Dream of Jeannie.
It was I Dream of Jeannie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, no controversy surrounding him or anything like that.
Really? That's crazy. 22 years, no controversy. Good job.
Yeah.
He played it straight.
You know what, though? He sort of like made that role for himself, because he was just like a dude that worked at Microsoft and started a podcast.
Yeah.
And like whatever. And then they sort of made him into like a PR guy.
Yeah.
Basically. But he wasn't doing that. He just was like a guy that was at Microsoft that made a podcast and started posting about Xbox updates and stuff like that. And it sort of turned into an actual just job for him, because that's what he did, was like Xbox stuff.
Yeah, it's beauty.
So create your own job.
Made a job that he was already doing, kind of, that he likes doing.
Yeah. It's a good way to do it.
That's definitely
I'm sure
the ticket.
you got paid well. Anyways, you were at Microsoft for 22 years. I don't think you don't get paid poorly.
No, you get paid very well.
So,
and he didn't, in the article, he doesn't really say anything about what he's going to do next.
They never do, though.
He's just going to chill.
They always say that he'll get a job working at some other gaming company and doing a similar thing, probably, or
yeah, potentially.
Who knows? Maybe he'll go into a total different industry.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Maybe he'll just sail the world with his wife and kids.
I don't know if he has a kid, but he does have a wife.
Yeah,
he never.
I don't know.
I don't remember him ever saying anything about a kid. But him and his wife are kind of, I think they're like late 50s. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not gonna miss him. Like, he was always like, oh, there's Major Nelson. Okay, cool. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's sad to see him go. It's not like he changed my life or anything like that.
No, but he was in it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've said it before. There's like zero celebrities where I'd be broken up if they died.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just like, yeah, you're a famous person. Okay. Sad that he's gone and I won't see a movie or whatever they're in again, but I'm not going to be crying or anything like that. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Yeah, he did. He hadn't been around. I haven't really heard or seen him around in like the last couple of years.
No, he was still doing it. He's still doing it. Yeah, he did the same thing. Like he's been doing it for years and years. Every Friday, free code Friday on Twitter.
No.
You have to do your little response. You'll have a little question like, "Oh, what's your favorite gun in Far Cry?" You do a reply, and you'd be entered in to win like a prize or whatever. You know, free game codes or whatever. I did win one time, but it was like winning a free code to like a beta for a game. So it was like whoop-de-doo or whatever. But
yeah.
But he still was doing This Week in Xbox on Xbox, still doing his podcast, all that stuff. Still doing whenever they had an event, Microsoft event. He might not have been on the stage doing it, but he'd always be doing like the sort of hosting the live stream or whatever, you know? So, yeah.
There you go.
Pretty cool anyways.
Yeah.